Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in here. I received an email yesterday from an agent in Atlanta asking me if I had actually, here's a copy of the email. It says, I'd like to know what you suggest for restarting our business. Do you have a 1, 2, 3? Well, I thought about that last night, and I actually came up with a list of 12 different things that I thought could help some agents, get re-energized, get back in the game. It is selling time right now. We have a lot of agents that are turning in some really good deals at the moment. But I also know that there's, a handful of people out there that are just getting started or, need some ideas to really get re-energized and, get going, get their business picked up here at the beginning of the year. So I'm going to get into it. Hopefully this won't take much time, but I won't spend a lot of time elaborating. I think that your division manager, or you can reach out to me personally, and we could spend a lot more time on each of these. So the first one, I think it's really important that you look at this in the short term. Commit to a 30-day goal. And if I was you and I wanted to restart my business, this would be my goal. I want to get either a listing or buyer under contract in the next 30 days. What do I have to do to get that done? So that's my goal. If you already have one deal in the bag right now that you know you're getting ready to write or it's coming up, make your goal 2. And if you have 2 in the bag, make it 3. But get committed to really pounding it out the next 30 days and see if we can get another deal on the board. What I think you could do immediately to help with this is, like any goal, it should be wrote down. I put a lot of goals in places where I'm going to see them. Whether it's the bathroom bathroom mirror, post-it note on my computer. Somebody said that they wrote down a goal and used it as the background image of their phone. Just anywhere where you're going to be reminded of it. If it's to get a deal in the next 30 days, write it down and put it right in front of you. I think another part of a goal to make it, a little more meaningful is you need to tell it to someone. Tell it to somebody that matters, whether it's your significant other, your division manager, or maybe somebody, in your local division on a team, somebody that, that you respect. And, oops, sorry. Someone that you respect, somebody that that if you don't hit your goal, you're going to kind of let down. That'll help motivate you to get that goal. The second thing is open houses. If you're not busy right now and you want to get energized, you have to get out of the house. You have to start talking to people about real estate. The easiest, best way that I know to do that is to get your butt in an open house. We have lots of listings in every market. Some markets have around 10 or so. Some have 40, 50, 60 listings. Get out there, do an open house, and start talking to people. Don't just do one, but commit to 4, maybe 8 open houses in the next 30 days. If you're not busy, get out there on Saturday, get out there on Sunday. It's a way that you're going to create business. I would send an email out to the team. You could, like here in Indianapolis, it's Indiana or Indy@highgarden.com. Goes out to all the agents. You could see if anyone has a listing that you could hold open. You could also talk to your manager about what he knows, and if he knows somebody's taking a listing that they might want to hold open, he could help you, find that listing that you could do an open house for. You could also talk to him about getting prepared. I think it's really important that you don't just decide to do an open house on Friday afternoon for Sunday. Get prepared. Start thinking about it Monday. Start thinking about the area of town that you'd like to do the open house in. Think about if somebody walks through the door to your open house, do you have a lead capture form? How are you going to introduce yourself? Are you going to have cookies and milk on the counter? Start getting prepared. So he could, your manager, he or she could also help you with that. Another thing that I know some people are doing here in Indianapolis and in Las Vegas, they show up for an hour, at the open house about an hour beforehand, and they door knock for 10 houses to the left and 10 houses to the right and 20 across the street before the open house. They're inviting the neighbors in, come view my open house. And by the way, here's a market analysis of your neighborhood. And oh, by the way, here's my resume. If you or any of your friends or family are interested in selling or buying, I'm your guy. So take that opportunity to even pick up more clients. Knock an hour before your open house. I've noticed a lot of you said we don't have a marketing department or a good marketing department in some of the replies I got back yesterday, which, shame on us for not promoting a Rouge more. But what you need to do is contact the Rouge. She can help you with the flyers for your open house. Maybe create a lead form so that you can get people's contact information when they come through the door. But email a Rouge in marketing, and she can definitely help you with the materials you're going to need for an open house. You could even talk to her about doing a quick Facebook post about the open house. So what can you do right now? The first things, I think, if you haven't done an open house or it's been a while since you have, get an appointment with your manager. Talk to them about it. See what ideas they have, to share with you, how to make sure that these open houses that you're going to do are successful and that you get something out of them. What you can do today is you can look at the offices, our office's active listings. Pick out a couple and then reach out to those listing agents, the ones that are in our company, and talk to them about doing an open house for their listing. Number 3, this is an obvious one, but make sure you're working all your hot leads. Send them a text, an email, or even leave them a voicemail. Start with a softer approach, something along the lines, I know that you might be several months away from making a move. That's no problem. I'm here when the time is right for you. I just listened to a 7-minute conversation right before I started this from an indie agent. He said he was very proud of this phone call he just had, and it was probably one of the best I've heard in a long time. The person opened up with, I'm just looking. He turned it into a 7-minute conversation, and I can guarantee you that when these people get ready to do something, Robert's going to be their man if Robert stays in touch with them. But they're not really ready to go right now. But he said all the right things and built a lot of rapport. Look at those hot leads and send them more properties maybe that they're interested in. Use the home link, that new feature we just put in the IMS. Create a special link just for that person, whether if they're looking at homes with a pool or a 3-car garage or in a certain school district, or, go to that home link screen, create a list of properties and send it to them in a normal email. An email that's not formatted like our gateway and suggest with all the fancy colors. Something that looks like you took some time and some effort in creating something specifically for that lead. Also make sure you're looking at what they've looked at. If you see that they've looked at a house 4 times in the last 3 days, that's a strong indicator that they really like that house or they like that neighborhood. Make sure when you're communicating with them via text or email on your phone that you're referencing that home or that neighborhood. They might be just ready to go take a look at it. So what could you do today to get this ball rolling? I think you need to create 2 or 3 basic text messages and 2 or 3 basic email templates, and then add them as templates as text and the templates as email into the IMS. Create 2 or 3 today, get them into the IMS because you're going to be using them over the next 30 days with a lot of the leads in your system, not just the hot leads. If you need ideas about those texts or emails, let us know. But I sent out an email last week. I think it had like 20 or 30 different text messages from agents, what you could easily copy and paste into a template. So there are some good ones in there. Number 4, engage all your past clients. This is the easy money. This is the easy business. These should be the easy conversations. And sometimes I think that these get overlooked. Here's a short script. I know it's been a while, but I just wanted to check in and see how you're enjoying your new home. And then to the left, I also need to ask a favor. The real estate market is crazy right now, and I have some buyers that I can't find homes for. Would you happen to know anyone that might be considering selling? I would love to help them. Or if you're looking more for a general buyer, I also need to ask a favor. The real estate market is crazy right now. Would you happen to know anyone in the market that may be considering buying or selling? I would love to help them navigate this insane market. Just something like that to a past client. You never know. They may not have a referral for you today, but now you're in their mind. And maybe a week from now, when they meet somebody at the grocery store and they are interested in selling a house, they think of you. You have to contact your past clients. Once again, create 2 or 3 texts that you can quickly send out to your past clients, because add them as templates in the IMS, because this is something that you're going to want to do. You can also do the same for emails. Create 2, 3 emails that you could use to send to past clients asking for referrals, and save those things in the IMS as templates. Number 5, engage all your leads that you have contacted in the past. Another group of leads that often gets overlooked, and I see this number, it's just a huge number in a lot of agents' database. These are people that, we know they either have a good phone number, they have a right email, they have told you that they're 2 years out, or they're waiting on an exchange rate from Canada in order to buy a house here. Well, I have an idea. Look at these leads, go back to slide number 4, and then personalize those text messages or emails and ask for a referral. You can go to these people even though you don't know them and say, hey, I know you told me you're waiting for the exchange rate to change in Canada, but the market's crazy here right now. And I just wanted to reach out and see if you knew anyone that may be in the market right now interested in buying or selling, and see what you get back. You can reach out to anyone in your database and ask them for a referral, not just your past clients. So take that number, whatever number it is, divide it by 30, and get an idea of, if you were going to try and knock your list out in 30 days, how many of these people you would have to text, email, or call. Remember, you always have a reason to reach out if you're asking for a referral. Number 6, engage all of your not contacted leads. Another button where that number just seems to grow and grow. It's the same as the last slide. If you can't think of something to talk to them about, or you don't want to talk about the neighborhood of the house that they registered in, reach out and tell them how crazy the market is right now, and that you want to ask them for if they know of anybody that might be interested in buying or selling a home. You can do that. What can you do today to get started with this? What I would do is I'd create a prospecting list, and I would use the following filters. Use lead status as not contacted. Only look at the leads that you've received in the last 1 year, 365 days, and only include leads that have visited our website once in the last year. So that'll get the list down a little bit, probably a little more manageable, but I would start there. Number 7, check your last 30 days of leads. You receive a lead from the lead router, it's no longer just gets automatically placed in your hot list. It's just in the mix of all your other leads. Well, there's a button, it's called All Leads, or Recent Leads, All Leads, those are organized. So you take a lead through the lead router today, you hit that button right there, and it's going to be at the top of the list. Go down that list for the last 30 days. Make sure that you didn't let anybody fall through the cracks. If you've only texted them or called them once, try them again, or text them again. And once again, if you're struggling with something to say, it could be along the lines as, I'm here when you're ready. Just let me know if you have any questions. It could also be along the lines as, this market is hot. It's crazy right now. I wanted to reach out to you. I know you're a ways away from making a decision, but do you know anybody else? Do you have any friends or family that are looking to buy or sell a home? please let me know. I'd love to help them. Once again, I would create a prospecting list in the IMS for these leads if this number is huge in your database. I'd only look at, the leads that you've taken in the last 30 days and that they have a status of either prospect or not contacted. Number 8, meet with your division manager. This is important. Show them your plan and ask them for help and feedback. I also want to put my name, Steve's name, and Brian's name into this ring. If you need help, please know that we're all three here, along with your division manager, to get you a deal in the next 30 days. Ask your manager to hold you accountable to making those calls to your past clients, making sure that you are prepared for your open house on Saturday and Sunday, and you're thinking about your open house the next week. Get your manager involved, ask them to hold you accountable, and we can get you a deal. The first step you need to do is reach out to your manager and get that meeting set up if you need it. Number 9, set a time every day to work the prospecting pool. You can send texts and emails during the day. Try and work the prospecting pool in the evening. Just set aside 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day to click the call button. A lot of people start thinking, oh, I don't want to call them at 6 o'clock. They just got home from work. They're probably busy, or they're getting ready for dinner, or I don't want to interrupt family time. You have to get that out of your head. You have to get in there and click the call button, get mentally prepared to have a good conversation if somebody answers the phone. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that. When I say mentally prepared, I listen to some recordings once in a while, and it just seems that some people have, first of all, they're startled when somebody answers the phone, and second of all, they don't have a script in their mind down pat of what they're going to say. What I hear a lot of times is people saying, they call and someone answers, says hello, and they say, is Stephanie there? Or can I speak to Stephanie? Or I'm looking for Stephanie, which is the one I hate the most. And the person that answered the phone and said hello had a female voice. Instead, try and make sure that you have your brain programmed to go right into the flow after they say hello. Hi, Stephanie. This is Chris from Highgarden, or Chris from Easy Street. Start the conversation. If you're looking for someone or you're asking to speak to someone, you're probably going to sound like a debt collector right off the bat. So what you could do today is to write down that script of when someone says hello or answers the phone when you're making calls through the prospecting pool, what's the next sentence that's going to come out of your mouth? You can't screw that up. If you screw that up, the whole conversation takes a different tone. Make sure that that is ingrained and you do it every single time. So that's what you could do today. Number 10, be present and get involved. Get up early and go to the office. I think it's very hard. I think some people they can work at home very easily. They have a nice private office. Many people don't. Many people get distracted when they work from home. Get involved. Get into the office. Get into a cube. Get into even if it's Starbucks. Some of our markets don't have big fancy offices. If you have to go to Starbucks or whatever, get around people, get around action, and get going. But I would encourage you in markets where we do have offices, go. You can get a lot more work done there. You can get focused on real estate. There's less distractions, and you're going to be around people that are like-minded, that have goals, that want to sell houses. Show up. In Las Vegas on Thursday nights, we have a special training and call night and pitch-in meal. Make sure you're there. If you want to get a deal, make sure you're involved in the office. Get in there around like-minded people that are going to be sharing ideas, that are going to be doing work and trying to get deals. We also have next level classes in Charlotte. We have daily training here in Indianapolis. But if you really want to get a deal, if your goal is to really get a deal in the next 30 days, you're going to be around these type of people that are trying to do the same. out in Vegas and in Twin Cities, we're actually doing some door knocking. I think we're doing it at least once a week in Las Vegas, maybe twice. Call Chip, call Brett, find out when those people are going out door knocking and get involved. You're going to pick up business. What you can do today, you can go into the office. You go somewhere, you can start focusing on this plan. Get out of the house. Get into action. Start working on this plan. Buy a planner, buy a daily planner and start filling in the blanks. Work with your manager on filling in those blanks. But get in there and start being part of the team. And I think I take that back. I think everybody is part of our team, no matter if you're at the office or not. I don't mean it to say it like that. But other people in the office need you as much as you probably need the other people. So we hope you do go to the office. Number 11, ask for referrals from people you refer business to. This is something I think we forget a lot of times, and we take for granted, or our lenders maybe take us for granted. We bring a lot of people a lot of business. Reach out to your favorite lender and tell them, look, I brought you 10 deals last year. How many deals have you brought me? I need you to start getting me at least a client a month. How are we going to do that? Talk to them, partner with them. But they need to be providing you business as much as you provide them business. Talk to your inspectors, the people you use for handyman on your inspection item list, your closing reps, your closing attorneys. There's a lot of opportunities where we are giving people a lot of business. You have the right to ask these people to give you business too. Don't be afraid to do that. Visit some builder model homes. We have a couple people here in Indy that have built their business on this. Make relationships with the people in the model. Maybe you have to do a discounted listing in order to get, represent somebody on the buy side with the builder. Maybe you have to do a free listing. Sounds crazy, but you're really getting paid on the buy side, which you don't have a lot of involvement in. That's another great way. That could take some time to build up those relationships, but they will pay off. And last, commit to a schedule for the next 30 days. This is critical. If any of this is going to happen and it's going to be successful, you have to start mapping out every single day what you're going to accomplish. And it kind of needs to be almost by hour. It needs to be written down. If you're getting the kids on the bus until 9 a.m. every morning, get the kids on the bus, and at 9 a.m., what are you doing? You taking a shower? Are you going to the gym? Or are you going to the office by 9:30? And at 9:30, are we working on the prospecting list? Are we working on the open house, preparing for open houses? What are you doing each hour of the day? Get it mapped out. If you're taking a day off, draw an X through the day. Just see it every day and try and hold to it. That's it. Once again, I want you to know that Steve, Brian, and I are here for you guys. Your division managers, who we have the utmost confidence in. There's some really smart ones. They're all pretty smart, but they're willing to help too. So reach out to us. We can talk about your plan. We can hold you accountable, but let's everyone get a deal on paper, whether it's a new listing or a sale, a buyer sale in the next 30 days. Let's do it. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.